This BMW E38 has been off the road for 8 years, yet somehow I ended up buying it. There's just one problem. The car is over 1,500 kilometers away, on the other side of the Baltic Sea. To make things even more interesting, my friend bought another BMW E38 from the same seller. So the question is, can we drive not one, but two neglected BMWs 1,500 kilometers all the way home? There's only one way to find out.
It doesn't start. One hour till ferry, it doesn't start. About to drive off the ferry, we're the last ones on, and I can't start the car. Instead of the car that we thought was gonna be a problem, mine turned into a problem. Hi.
Salut.
Vamos.
What you drinking?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Apple juice.
Apple juice and orange juice.
Yep. Stavanger.
So guys, we're on the way to the plane right now. Are you excited for E38?
Very excited for E38.
With the smallest engine you could possibly buy?
And rusty and destroyed.
Yep.
So where are we now? So Stavanger to Bergen, from Bergen to Copenhagen, and from Copenhagen to Riga. So we landed in Riga. So this is my BMW 725 good old TDS. It looks as it looks, but for 2,150 euros, that's what you get. Overall, the whole car needs repainting. Hood all messed up, sides all messed up, clear coat peeling. As we see, it's on Estonian plates, and it's been imported from Italy a while ago, many years ago to Estonia, so that's why there's a bunch of clear coat peeling. It runs, and it runs pretty decently, and it drives, but there are some critical problems with the rear brake, and in order to drive it home, we have to fix it. And since we're in Riga, thankfully, our sponsor Trado is gonna hook us up with the parts and a workshop so we can fix it. So the plan right now is to make this car drivable, just so we can drive it home. That's the first step. Since I'm traveling with my friend Martins, this is not the only E38 that we bought. Here we have another one, a red E38 730IA, so petrol automatic. This one is a lot better condition, and it was a bit more expensive as well. How much did you pay for it? So Martins paid 3,700 euros for this car, and it's an overall way better condition than mine. Also, basically running and driving with no problems. There are some few things here and there, mostly aesthetical faults, some few rust bubbles, but overall runs pretty good. So this car we don't really need to do anything with. We can just hop straight into it and drive it.
I hope so.
We hope so. So one thing we have to do is definitely buy a rope, just in case. Overall, the chassis is in pretty good condition, except for the damage on the bumper here. Missing a trim here on the door, a bit of rust on the arch, and there are a few panels that has been repainted and repainted poorly, where the clear coat has been laid not so nice, so you kind of need to wet sand the car and polish it. As well, here we can see it's very matte, which maybe should be possible to fix with a wet sand.
That's from custom job.
Yeah.
It goes all the way up.
Oh yeah, so that's peeling. No antenna, of course, the standard. Do all the windows work?
Yes.
Unexpected. What engine code?
M60B30.
So the engine is an M60B30. I have never worked on anything else than basically N47s. So this is completely new to me. Hopefully there's not going to be much wrenching on this car today. I hope so. So this car, at least for now, is the least of our worries. Yeah, now let's go back to this one. This side of the car is actually the nice side. Yeah, I think that summarizes the condition of the car. So, few rust here, nothing bad actually. Of course, hood peeling, roof actually good. This side, all messed up, the door. The jacking points have seen better days, but that's how it is. Clear coat peeling everywhere. And there is some mold on the inside. Like a block, like a brick.
Yeah.
So this is an M51 TDS engine, the good old diesel with the mechanical injectors, mechanical fuel pump, the good old basically. This engine can drive for 1 million kilometers. Hopefully we will make the 1,200 kilometers home, because that's what we need to drive. So let's not waste any more time, pull this car on the side, get this car running, and try to make our way firstly to Ventspils, take the ferry from Ventspils to Sweden, and then 1,000 kilometers to Norway. So let's start it up and drive it inside. As we hear, there is some knocking from the pulley, but it goes away immediately when you give a little bit of revs. And as well, the brakes super shot.
Welcome to mi casa, su casa. Good. I like it. It's definitely a better first impression than the gray one, the silver one. It is repainted everywhere.
Now I can try to lift it up and see what's up underneath. Push it a bit back. Okay, so we got the car on the lift and we can finally inspect it properly from under. As we see, there is a bunch of surface rust, shot sway bar links, new control arm, a bunch of, yeah, as I said, a bunch of surface rust, but not that crazy bad. A bunch of oil leaks. Have you ever seen a ball joint like that? And that's a new one for me. But if you look back here at the chassis, it's not that bad. Considering it's a car from Estonia, it could for sure be worse. Now the rear axle, a bunch of surface rust, but again, not as bad as I expected. The brakes, we can't really see anything from here, so we need to remove the wheel and inspect the damage. But from what I can hear while driving it, this caliper is fully sticking, so it's like seized while driving. Yeah, and what about this one? Yeah. So this one is okay. What about the front ones? We can check the front ones too. Yeah, the front ones, not bad. Yeah, so it seems that the caliper is only sticking on the rear left wheel. and I can see that the pads are completely shot. So what you're gonna do now is drop the car down a bit, remove the wheels, and start working on replacing both of the calipers and maybe the discs too. We probably need to do that. If the bolts are not seized, we're gonna do it. But if not, we're gonna keep it and do it at home. Let's remove the wheel caps. Yeah, that is shot. So the caliper has been seized for a while, and the owner continued driving it, so that ate up the pads. That's what it seems like, at least. Let's move the clip. Then there should be just 2 bolts in the back. Now, as the caliper is still on, I will try to kind of compress it, just so we get it off easier, but it's seized, so we'll just undo the bolts and just pry it off that way. Let's see if we can. What about the second bolt? Yes, sir. Before I remove the caliper, I want to see if I can undo the brake hose. It opened. It is out. So that's the inner pad. I tried to wedge the screwdriver in here and try to compress the piston, but it's not budging. Then I want to remove this bracket because I want to replace the disc as well, because that's just too far gone. Perfect. Now hopefully this thing opens, because if it trips, will we need to release the handbrake or no? Maybe not. They were shot anyway. Okay, so it came off. So as we see, the brake shoes, they're kind of crumpling apart. Like that. But I don't think I'll do it right now, so we'll just put the new brakes on, and then when we come home, then we can nicely replace the brake shoes. To fix this car, we need parts, and we are literally at the best place we could ever be, Trotto. If you haven't heard about Trotto before, it's an online auto parts supplier, and right here we have everything we're gonna need to put this car back on the road. Of course, supplied from Trotto. So first of all, we do have the discs, brand new discs. We have both of the calipers, pads. I do have the brake hoses, the guide pins, the brake wear sensor, some fluid, and some ceramic paste. The hoses, I don't think I'm gonna replace right now, just since when I look at it here, when I'm gonna try to remove it, it's gonna probably twist off the brake line, and then we need to replace the entire brake line. So we're not gonna get away with it that easy. So as long as the brake hose opened from the caliper, and it did, we're gonna be just fine, because the hose does not seem that bad. Trotto has a massive selection of brand new car parts for basically any car that you see on the road. Not only that, but they also sell many different kinds of fluids and lubricants that you would need on a car. So now we can go and start to assemble the car. First thing I wanna do, clean off the oil from the new discs, because it comes covered in this kind of oil. Preferably, I would need to sand all of this down, but we don't really have the time, and I will anyway need to disassemble all of it to replace the shoes. So then on with brand new disc, just like that. I'm gonna try to clean off the rust of the sitting surface of the pad. So using a brush, I'll just clean it up. So then right here, I have the new caliper, which I'm gonna swap out right now. I'm gonna have this nearby. Then the new one on. Just like that, and we're gonna tighten it down later. New pads, which I am gonna lube up. Clip it in. And on with the caliper. Brand new guide pins. Last thing, I'm gonna tighten down the brake hose. And that is it. And lastly, the spring tab. And that is it, this side is done. So if you need any kind of parts for your projects, make sure to check out Trotto and make sure to use code EMS26 for a discount. And now I'll go ahead and replace the other side and we can bleed the brakes. So we don't have a power bleeder, so we're gonna use the good old method. So we're gonna have someone sitting in the car, pump the pedal up, and as he's holding the pedal, I'm gonna crack the bleed nipple open and let out all the air. So hold. Yep. Now there's a bunch of bubbles coming out. Then I close the nipple, pump. So then you pump the pedal non-stop to build up pressure. Yep. And you can see a bunch of bubbles coming out. I close it, pump again. And you just repeat this step like 7 times. And you should be able to get all the air out of the system. I already see there's no bubbles, but I just like to do it for 2 more times just to make sure. Pump. Yep. Hold. Okay, that's perfect. So just pump them up now. And that is it. The brake system is fully done and ready for the trip. And then just 120 Newton meters for the lug bolts. The sound of the engine. Brakes work perfect.
Perfect.
Good. What can I say? We're done. Thanks a lot to Trotto for sponsoring this video and letting us use their workshop. They have been very kind from day one, and being here in person just proves the point. So if you need any parts, make sure to check them out. The customer support is amazing. And of course, use the code EMS26. The cars are done now, ready for the trip, or as ready as they can be when they look like that. Fixing it went according to plan. Nothing went wrong, nothing stripped. We literally spent like 2 to 3 hours doing it. And so that's why we're gonna go and celebrate now. We have an Airbnb in Riga, and tomorrow we're gonna take the ferry from Ventspils to Sweden in the evening. Good morning. No?
Good morning.
Fire up. Sound a bit like a misfire.
I'm telling you.
What the fuck?
You're joking.
Hola. Good.
He's scared for that.
Drank it for a few minutes instead. We cranked it for like 5 minutes non-stop for it to start. Oh, we're gonna start in the ferry tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So we got out of Riga, now we're driving towards Ventspils. So, but actually car works pretty decently after we got it fired up. Had to crank it for a long time and I have no idea why. Only ABS light and nothing else, to be honest. And there's super much play in the steering wheel. Yeah, that's terrible. But the brakes at least work perfect. Super good brakes. Martins is driving right behind me. The car has a fair amount of mold inside, so that is not ideal. So I'll need to remove the seats, wash the carpet fully, try to clean the headliner because you can see that's pretty rough. Probably can't even fix it, need to replace it. The pulley doesn't sound too good, but I don't think the sound's getting worse. So how's the trip so far? How much we have driven? Probably 100.
Tough morning, but can't complain about the
Tough
drive.
morning, that's for sure.
I have a radio.
I'm playing music on my phone. We are by Stende and Lautsiene. Oh no, a BMW! A bit of vibrations when I press the brake pedal, but that's probably because of the discs getting rusted in the front. So far, so good. So what, we're in Ventspils? Almost. 8 kilometers left. Still everything okay. Martin's speedometer started working again, so that's good.
Fuel gauge started working again. I mean,
His fuel gauge is glitching like crazy. Ventspils. Time to get some food, some real food. Amantis.
I'm tired of these burgers and huyurger.
Hermans. Hermantis.
Hermanitis.
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 Finally some food. This is some kind of tire shine, or I thought it was tire shine, but this is like tire shine and trim refresh. I don't know. So I cleaned both the outside and the inside. Removed the carpets, vacuumed it all up. And now it's actually pleasant to sit here. The back as well. Picked up some good smells, because the car was absolutely terrible on the inside. Removed all my stuff out of the back, vacuumed everything, cleaned up, put my stuff back. I have some extra parts I picked up for other projects. Then, as we saw, I put tire shine and also the same kind of shine. It wasn't only for tires but for plastic trims in general, so I put it on the wheels and all the black parts, so now it looks pretty decent. There was some mold there on the roof. I tried to clean all of it. Very hard. Still left here some, all here is This here is damaged, but technically if you scrub it, it goes away. And the mats from the back, they're terrible. I didn't even want to put them. To say the least, you need a new door. So when you look at it from this side, it actually looks pretty decent. Martin is now also cleaning the car.
Back at it once again. 1 hour till ferry.
Start again.
1 hour till ferry doesn't start. Wait, maybe it's bad contact. Okay, wait, let it charge, I guess.
Apple juice, you know the deal.
It's been a very fun day. Everything went as good as it possibly could go.
Yeah, that's true.
It's actually
Except for the car not starting twice.
That's yeah, 1 hour before the ferry.
1 hour before, one hour before the ferry car didn't start anymore.
Cranking.
Other than that, all good. Good morning. This is the room. I didn't film much in the evening, but as we see, we are already in Sweden. Pretty nice room, pretty good bed. Can't complain. The bathroom.
My door wasn't closed, bled. About to drive off the ferry. We're the last ones on, and I can't start the car. That's fun.
Change of events, this car doesn't start now. What the flip? Luckily this one started. Holy cow.
Time to tow. Safe to say I did not make it off the ferry alone. So instead of the car that we thought was gonna be a problem, mine turned into a problem. It could maybe be the that I just don't have enough fuel. So I don't know. We're going to a gas station. Hopefully that's only that. That's it. If not, 1,000 kilometers, keep getting pulled home, no worries. But yeah, I mean, shit, hopefully everything goes well. For now, it's been a rough start, but it's no worries, we'll make it.
What's the chance that the car breaks down and I have to pull it out of the ferry? Bro, what? And this car didn't have the towing hitch. So I just had to go under the car and I put the towing strap onto the subframe. And then his car did have the strap thingy. What the flip? We joked about all evening that this car is not gonna start. His car, no idea. It's like trying to fire, but it's not firing. It's like it's burbling. So the fuel gauge has been glitching. I think that hopefully we just need to add some petrol. But I looked under the car, there was no puddle. So where did it go? So hopefully it's just out of fuel for some reason. We're soon in Nynäshamn, so the gas station. So let's go and try to add some gas. We filled up some petrol. Please start. Please start. Yes! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Because we filled the same amount of diesel. I filled diesel, he filled petrol, same amount always. And I still have over 20 liters left. Yeah, V8. V8 petrol, 6-cylinder diesel. Yes, I had the rope like that on the subframe. Filled up 40 liters more, and I have this much diesel. And I'm just looking, it's not leaking, nothing. So far so good. Martin's only filled 30, just because we're not sure of the fuel system there. But let's go towards Ørje, the Norwegian and Swedish border.
Good shit. Works like a charm. All it needed was some petrol.
So good. 50 kilometers down, 950 to go.
Varje vardagsmorgon gör de din morgon roligare. Energy morgon med Basse, Sofia, Wistam, Aniston, Demina och i veckan
So we are officially in Norway. Didn't film much of it, but we was in the customs office, got the cars declared. Everything is good. So now we are on the way home. This is basically halfway. 500 kilometers done, as we see, and we have exactly 500 left to go. We have a little ferry to cross right now, so we have around 40 minutes to the ferry, and then it's a 20-30 minute ferry, and then it's 450 kilometers more to go. Cars running good, actually, not giving us any issues. It started raining at one point, and this wiper was so bad, so I switched it with the passenger side. And after that, I can at least see where I'm driving. What is this?
This is a Vistas kotlette. So guys, today we're gonna be trying a Vistas kotlette all the way from Rimini, Tobago. It's gonna be so much fun, guys.
We have some pickles.
We have some bread.
Bread, yes.
Holy shit.
Chicken. Tastes like schnitzel.
Cool.
Quite good.
Sure.
Not sponsored. We're in ferry, by the way. Kilometers down since the ferry. Let's freaking go. Still driving good. That's Martin's. What a view. What a view.
Wait, no.
The trip is done. 1,000 kilometers is the ferry, and we also did 200 in Latvia, so 1,200 kilometers with two basically shit boxes. At least one, that's for sure.
Two.
Okay, two. One clapped, one less clapped.
There you go.
The trip couldn't have went better, well, except for the red one not starting on the ferry in the morning, but other than that, flawlessly. So for this video, that's gonna be it. In the next one, we'll have to tackle the other things to make this car legal.
Mine too, please. I can't really be bothered.
We can probably film that as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.